I have a long list of favorite books, but I have two that stand out. One is by Ian McEwan, which is called First Love, Last Rites, and it is a Gothic exploration of people and why they do things and how they do things. And it really opened my eyes to looking at people in a different way. And I just really enjoy Ian McEwan's style of writing. On Chesil Beach is also one of my favorites. Atonement and things like that. But personally and for enjoyment, it would be Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, which is a fantastical other world that lives under London. Um, and the main character goes on an adventure in this new world. And I just love the writing style and the world building, because I love fantasy novels. That's my enjoyment. Yeah, so that they are my two main favorite books. This is a very hard question because I've always loved reading right from when I was a little girl. I can never not remember reading. I go through slumps where I don't read as much and as often, especially now that I'm, over 40 with lots of responsibilities. But I always find time to sit down and read. I just feel like you learn so much more about yourself and the world through reading. You're looking through someone else's eyes and how they look at the world and how they have responded to major incidents. How they responded to the world that they were living in, how they wanted to see the world. And for me personally, reading is an escape. It's just, I feel like I'm climbing into the world that the people are building with their novels. And I will read anything. I'm not stuck in one genre. I will read absolutely anything. Really depends on my mood, to be honest with you. But as I mentioned, I really love fantasy novels. I love science fiction. I personally, my specialism is Gothic literature, which is funny because I don't really like horror novels at all. Um, but I love the way they explore people, and at the root of it, that is why I love reading, because it gives me insight. It makes me look at things differently in a way that perhaps I would not have looked at them before. English is a very it's considered a very stuffy academic subject, and it is not. It's a broad subject. You've got two sides of English, which is English language and English literature, but you need both of them to really understand English as a subject. Well, yes, it is the language that we speak and can learn to speak. At its root, English allows us to see the world through a written medium. So you can pick up a comic, you can pick up a book, a newspaper, read an article online, and you can learn something from it. So the benefits of studying English are just learning about who we are as a people, who you are as a person, and how the world could be in the future with learning and understanding. And I think English is brilliant. It's much more than what it looks like from the outside. We offer an access to higher education in English, which is a introduction to English literature at degree level. It gives you the tools that you need, not only to learn how to love literature as a book lover, but also to understand literature on a higher level and to analyze it in a way that perhaps you wouldn't have in the past. It shows you all the depths that are in books and the energy, time, and love that goes into writing a book, no matter when it was written or what it's written about. That is what the Access to Higher Education English course gives you: insight into your world, and also supports your love of books, which everybody should have, or at least one book that they love, is my feeling.